In Carson, California. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium. But this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And now running right through it. Still fighting for more. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now McKinnon. And some space here. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw is Beathard. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll throw here. Beathard. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And the 49ers take. Put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
On first down, it's Webb. And caught by Henry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, Webb. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malcolm Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Gone! Here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Gone!
Here's Webb. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play on 3rd down for the Chargers. 47 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
This is Kerwin Williams, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and now it's 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 39! Green, Detroit!
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Looks back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They run it with McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Gone! Detroit! Here we go now.
Here's Beathard to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. McKinnon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webb. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Green, 39. Detroit. Green, 39.
Webb now from the gun. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
To throw on 2nd down. Webb. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Beathard. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Beathard to throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's McKinnon. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. To throw is Beathard. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Beathard. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! Gone! 3-19! Gone!
They go play action here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Beathard. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Tyson Alualu in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play and give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A play fake, now Webb. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
39! Green, 39! Gone!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Well, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Here we go now. Detroit. 3-19.
Webb to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Over. 3-19. 3-19. Get that quarterback here, Lord. Get that quarterback here, Lord. Watch it now, Barney. Switch. Watch it now, Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go now. Go.
Webb now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They go back to the ground with Williams. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Gone, Blue 90. Gone, gone. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Off play action, it's Webb. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Kerwin Williams, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. Melvin Ingram. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Beathard. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw here. Beathard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a first down throw. Webb. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Webb. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go now.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And they'll go on the ground. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's Beathard to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Beathard now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, it's Webb. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
Out of the gun, it's Webb. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here's Webb. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He's had some big runs.